middle because I wanted to set you guys up so you'd have a good view of the table. So you can see what I was working on. But I also wanted to like be able to see you guys, and so that way I could chat with you. Let me do this real quick. Cool. All right, full attention here. So this is the general lace placement that I think I'm going with. I'm directly copying the dress, at least for the bodice, I'm directly copying the dress that was in the thumbnail because it was really pretty and I really liked it, especially with how simple it was. So, hello pattern selling lady. Thanks. Oh, do you guys want that update? I can give you that update. I mean, I was updating my stories throughout the day. But the overall update is, as of right now, I have all of my April costs for running my YouTube channel covered with the pattern sales, as well as most of the May cost. So the patterns are going to be up for sale indefinitely. I don't ever see myself taking them down. So if you haven't been able to get one yet, they're still there. Like, don't worry. But yeah, I did not expect this successful of a launch. I kind of now feel a lot of pressure to make the next launch really awesome. And it's all going to be like Edwardian themed. So the 2 shirts that were in my lookbook that did not make it into the spring launch will be in the summer launch. This dress, if I can figure out how to write out the instructions clearly, will be in the summer launch. And a basic walking skirt pattern, which I used for the Briar Rose cosplay, which you guys will be seeing, what's it called, later this month, will also be, yeah, in the launch. So those 2 shirts, yeah, so those 4 patterns will be there for sure. I'm trying to come up with a 5th one. I'm not going to push myself. The goal is 3 to 5 patterns per launch. So having it be 4 right in that middle, it'll be perfect. I am thinking about making the pattern for my Edwardian hats that I've made. I don't know if you guys would be interested in that. Leave a comment if you are. Because I feel like that would fit with the whole like Edwardian theme. Okay. So there's that update for you guys. But you're here to like pattern with me, so let's pattern. Oh, making a purchase on Monday. Oh, thank you. I make hats, so yeah. I mean, it's a fairly easy pattern. And like I have a couple. So I think I just have the one video because I didn't film my blue hat. Oh, that's cool, and no need to be able to scale that. Yeah, so it'll still be like in a gridded pattern, like what mine are, but you literally like grow that up 1 to 1, and it's like the size of the hat. So that's what I was kind of thinking. We'll see. Okay, before I move on, do you guys have any more questions? Because I feel like we're gonna like waffle on this if like you don't get all your questions out ahead of time. So do you guys have any scrappy patterns, questions, comments, like anything you guys want to say? I'm just like super excited with how well that launch went. So perfect, something I can do. No, okay. Yeah. Awesome. Let's get to patterning. I think for this blouse, I want the front and the back to look the same. Because that just looks, I can't hear this time because I'm in the vaccine. Oh, you can catch the replay. Congratulations on your vaccine. Okay, I want the front and back to be the same. The only difference is the front neckline will be 1/2 inch shorter. I do want to put a collar on it, but I'm thinking I want the collar to be this 2-inch lace. I might back it with some of the cotton voile that I have for the main body of the project, just to give it a little bit more rigidity because collars get a lot of abuse, and I'm going to want some sort of closure on the back, so I'll need to reinforce the lace to make that happen. So that is what I am thinking. The lace will also form a waistband, and then this strip will continue down into the skirt for about probably 4 to 5 inches. So that's what I'm thinking. Oh yeah, I should show you guys a close-up of this lace. Look how pretty. So this is actually what sold me. But what I really like is it's actually a modern lace fabric that you guys can see. So I'm cutting it up to get the insertion lace that I want. So this 2-inch piece is what sold me on it because it's just so pretty and it's the exact width that I needed. But I'm also going to be able to do insertion stuff with this smaller lace, and I think I'm going to have enough cotton voile left over that I'm going to be able to make a petticoat. And I've wanted a really pretty insertion lace petticoat ever since I went antiquing with my friend Casey, which I have a vlog about that if you guys like want to dig through. Actually, I might have enlisted that. I don't know. I don't remember. I might have a vlog on my channel about that. But like an insertion lace petticoat I think would just be super pretty, and I think I would have enough of this to do that. So I do want to use some of it on the bodice though, so we will see. Oh no, I just messed everything up. All right. Okay, cool. So the base pattern that I have everything laid on top of is my basic shirt block pattern that I use for basically all of my shirts. I just traced it out with a shorter waist and all the like fit adjustments I typically make. So that way I would have a good base on to start, so that way I can measure things out, because this piece will be gathered, so I need to double its width. And then it'll also be gathered within here and then gathered down at the waist as well. And I'm thinking I want to put pin tucks in these places. Let's angle you guys a little bit. So I think right in the center front and then this little window here, I want to put in some pin tucks. So we'll see how that goes. But I think that would be really pretty. I just don't know if I want to do vertical or horizontal ones. I feel like horizontal ones would fit the space better. I'll figure it out. Right now, we need to put the lace pattern onto this base. So that's going to be figuring out how wide this is, which is 1.5 inches. And I want that to be the same all the way down. I don't know if you guys can hear the husband, but he does work full time. He is on a conference call right now, so if you hear murmuring in the background, that's what that is. Okay, so, and then I think it's 1/2 inch on this side, right? So I think from those guidelines I can extrapolate everything else, because the lace is 2 inches wide. Okay, that looks so different with it just being lines instead of the lace. But if we cut this, alright, we are getting to that time of year where I need to run a fan constantly, so I'm going to turn my fan on. If the audio gets too garbage, let me know. But I need some airflow in this room. Alright, so we're going to call this piece the body. We'll call this one lace A. This is going to be yoke, because it goes this way, right? Yoke A. And I cut this one the way that I did because that'll just be one piece of lace that gets mitered. This will be lace B. Yoke B. Lace C. And then we'll do body A, body B. Woohoo! Bunch of little pieces. Pattern paper. That's the next step. And tape. Where'd I put my tape? How do you do the pin tucks in such a tiny window? I'd have to show you. I'll make sure to include that in the actual video. I love that we also get to see a great view of your beautiful outfit. Thanks. It's bunnies. It was part of their Easter fabrics and I just couldn't resist. It looks like a hand when all cut up. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, tape. So body A and body B are the two pieces that we're going to have to double their width so that way they can be gathered down. Do I actually have? No, okay. All right, paper. So this is 3 another 3.5 inches. I'm going to actually just round that up to 4. Because why not? Oops. I think I want to add like a 1/4 inch seam allowance on all of this. Actually, let's do a 1/2. 1/2 inch seam allowance. Actually, if I really wanted to, let's just create a clean pattern, shall we? Oh, wait, save it. Use this. So this is our new body A. So the 1/2 inch seam allowance will allow me to put in a 1/4 inch double fold hem. I think that's how that math works. Because it'll, yeah, 1/4 inch double fold. Which will allow me to finish all the seams on the inside really nicely. Alright, so if we put body A back, lace A will be a template. Yoke A is fine. Yoke B needs to be doubled. So let's just do that here. I just realized I'm probably out of frame. Okay, so this is now yoke B. Oh shoot, I wanted to put seam allowance on yoke B. Okay. Where'd it go? Regardless, this is the new lace C. Which also needs seam allowance. Okay, yoke B, let's try this again. Now it's yoke B. Alright, body B. Which is 1.5 inches, which needs to be doubled, which would be 3, which would then need to be doubled to 6. Overall length is 8, so it needs to be 9 inches with seam allowances. Right? I think so. No, 8.5, because seam allowance was already counted on the bottom. But then if we're adding a 1/2 inch seam allowance, then we'll need to add 1 inch onto this side. You got paper? I got paper. Cool, body B. Great. So the full pattern, oh, I need to add seam allowances onto this one. Oh, heavens. Really wasteful to be right in the middle. Okay. the seam allowance was accounted for in the top. And then if we just right. Okay, this is the new yoke A. So the entire pattern for the front looks something like this. Ta-da! The only adjustments that I'm going to need to make for the front and the back is going to be an adjustment to lace B and yoke B. Everything else will be the exact same. Actually, yoke B will be different because I'm going to want to split it. Maybe I'll just do a whole center panel and put buttons up the back. That might actually be what I do, because then I can do rows of pin tucks on either side of the button placket like I did with my other shirt, and that would be really cute. Alright, I've been missing comments. So many pieces. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of pieces. Lace B front, because I will also have a lace B back. So let's draft that right now so I don't forget. Water all over my pattern paper. I forgot how humidity works in the summer. I did not grow up with this. It's not something I'm used to. It's not something I particularly like. All right. You know what? I also did out the back. So instead of just redrawing everything, why don't we just do the same process, which was 1.5 inches. And then 2 inches. I'm gonna want an extra inch, so 3.5 inches. 1, 2, 3.5. 1, 2, 3.5. So this is going to be lace B back. No, this needs to be 4 inches because of seam allowance. Oh, I always forget seam allowance. That's why when I draft patterns, I draft seam allowance in, because otherwise I would just completely forget it exists. back. This will need to line up here. Cool. All right. So back, waist B back, yoke, waist B front, yoke, waist A, body. I think I'm ready to cut out the bodice. I'll have to go through and figure out what I want to do for the sleeves, but from what I can tell on the reference photo, the sleeves are mostly pin tucked. So there's that. Cool. Do I want to start cutting out the fabric now? Is the question. See comments for cutting out. Okay. Ooh, let me show you this fabric. It is so beautiful. So I will like order fabric, like new types of fabric, just so I can get a feel of them. And I've played with cotton voile before, and I was just like, all right, so it's just a really lightweight cotton. And then I ordered this because, you know, I wanted to do this project in something like lightweight and flowy. And this came, and I don't know why, but it was like an instant love connection. It just, the weight, the texture, the feel. This has been washed, and it just has like some natural body to it still, which will make the gathers look really pretty. I'm just, gonna look so good. So good. Okay. Need to think on this. Oh, cutting into this fabric makes me anxious, but if I do it, then it's done. And I really only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces to cut because everything else is lace. Right? Yeah, cool. Let's do this. We'll remove all of the lace pieces so I do not get confused. It's just so pretty. I can't get over how much I like it. Alright, let's do it this way so I don't accidentally cut anything I don't want to. Alright, where's the body? Ah, I'm so sweaty that everything is sticking to me. I hate this time of year, and it's not gonna go away until October. feel like I need to put a weight on top of it with all the pins on it because it's just such a lightweight fabric. Like, oh heavens. That was cut horribly. Let's try that again. Alright. Body A. Yoke B. which I only need to cut one of. Okay. Yoke A needs 4. Okay. Oh, we still need to do body beam. Got it. Which, honestly, I'm just fold in half. Put it on the fold. Cool. Well, let's chat for a bit because we're almost at the hour mark, shall we? Readjusting some things. So, ooh, not quite enough. There we go. Okay, so we got the pattern made and the bodice cut. I'm not gonna cut the lace pieces until like I'm trying to assemble things. So yeah, that was quite a productive little hour we had. Are you guys excited for this project? Because I kind of am. I will probably put in some more work tonight. I might get this bodice put together. We will have to see. That would be kind of exciting if I could. Yeah. Oh, real quick, before we run out of time, let me show you my historical Disney project. Look at it! Alright, we're gonna turn this off for a second. Because it's like right there. So, this is my historical Disney. I am doing a Disney bounding version of Belle's ball gown, if you can't tell by the color. Belle has a very distinct color, I feel like. So because I'm choosing the Rococo era and like history bounding, it's going to come out looking a lot like Lolita. So I don't know if you guys know what Lolita fashion is, but they basically do history bounding with modern prints, and it's a really cool kind of fashion to follow. But that's the direction I'm going with this. It's a very modern pattern. It's actually a fairly easy pattern to like go through and work with. And you guys can see it, like it has the pointed front on it, and like that's just such a beautiful line. Oh, I'm so excited. So I put this together yesterday, and that was a lot of fun. So these are the two big projects that I'm working on, and as soon as I can get one of them done, I have another big project I want to get done, hopefully before the end of May, but we will see. So I don't know, I'm working pretty quick right now, so you never know what I will be able to do. My eye like has been spasming like all week. Don't know why. Okay. Questions, comments, concerns, snide remarks. You shouldn't have snide remarks today. We were very productive today. Anyway. Are you guys excited for these projects coming up? Because I know I am. Obviously. I patterned and made a bodice in like 4 hours last night. So the sleeves are going to be really pretty. The skirt's going to be really pretty. The whole thing will just be really pretty. Okay. Well, if you guys have nothing else, then I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye. It's been a very productive hour. Thank you for hanging out with me. Bye, everyone.